This is Scott Conway, PhD, GAD, 8th degree black belt, talking about the fear of loss of love from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich's 6 Basic Fears. I'm the author of Emotional IQ. I am also the teacher of Language of Emotions 101A and 101B. I'm going to teach a lot of relationship seminars. The fear of the loss of love when someone is out there pursuing success. There are some legitimate concerns about losing love. I personally talked to a lot of business people, succeeded in all their business goals, built their millions, lost their wife and kids in the process. I've talked to a lot of people who have been pursuing whatever goal they had, and in the process they've lost friends, they've lost family members. Relationships have disintegrated. So this is a very legitimate fear. I will tell you, though, the easiest way to deal with the something's coming, I'm not ready, is loss of love coming. I will tell you this, if you ignore your relationships, you will lose a significant percentage of them. If you attack your relationships, you will lose a significant percentage of them. The other part is make sure you focus them on the relationship. Keep it in balance. It's very easy when you have this goal and you're driven to achieve to ignore a lot of those key relationships. Just invest in them a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have to be with a lot of time. Just imagine as simple a thing as a phone call to say, I'm just calling to let you know that I love you. I know I'm going to be at work late and doing a lot of things, but I just wanted to take a few minutes out and chat and say hi and see how your day went and see how the kids are. You just take some time out to do that. You can maintain the relationships and build things forward. Don't always lean upon a spouse, always have to be understanding to you. Be understanding toward the spouse as well. Even if there's a lot of stress, compartmentalize it. Literally take it and build a mental compartment and just put it in there. You can even walk this out. Just imagine, okay, I've got this big box here. I'm taking all this stress and I'm just dumping it in the box so I can go home and I can be a husband, or I can go home and I can be a wife. You just learn how to do some of these techniques. And I know there's a lot more detail to it that I'm not getting into here. But these are ways to protect the love in the relationship. Another big way to protect love is you just make sure you give love. In the law of reciprocity, you're very likely to get that love back. So when you're dealing with things, sometimes men in particular are afraid that, well, if I lose in the business and we don't have the money, I'm going to lose her love. Connect as human beings. And if you connect as human beings, you're very unlikely to lose love. Now, in particular individual relationships, there's a lot of individual dynamics going on there, and I know there's 1,000 different special cases. As a counselor, I deal with those all the time. But in a general lesson, just know, if you want to avoid the loss of love, just make sure you invest in the relationship. Invest in, and just stop taking from, stop attacking it. Now, what do you do if it does happen? Sometimes you'll lose certain relationships, you'll lose certain friendships, you'll have to change your peer group. And if that happens, just have a plan in place. So what would you do? You just wait and see if something happens organically. And that's a strategy a lot of people use. It's a very easy strategy. Would you go out and find someone? Would you make an effort to maybe get out there and date, or to go out there and join some clubs and find some people that are like-minded? It's very easy to do these days online. You can just do some searches and find some online clubs, find some opportunities to get together in some meetup groups. And you can meet a lot of people that way. Of course, you have other social central places like church and whatnot that you could also go to meet some like-minded people and just begin to develop some more human relationships. So just have a plan and pursue the relationship, make it a priority in your life so it doesn't get completely lost in whatever goals and visions you're chasing. And just be ready if there's damage to a relationship, even if you lose a relationship, of what's your plan? What are you going to do to rebuild a relationship that maybe that is damaged, or to find new relationships if you need something new? So you deal with the fear of loss of love just by understanding, is it coming? How do I stop it from coming? And then if it happens, how do I be ready? This is Scott Conway, PhD, JD, 8th degree black belt, author of Emotional IQ, teacher of Language of Emotions 101A and 101B, and a longtime relationship counselor. I really wish I could go into more detail in this, but I'd spend hours and honestly would barely scratch the surface. So I hope this has helped. Thank you very much.